Miss Petunia, terribly sorry to interrupt.
I never mind being interrupted by the likes of you, you strapping young thing.
Yes, rather. I was wondering if you might know anything about a certification issued by Master Nick's psychiatrist.
Terribly sorry, wondering if I might. Cool, try a little decisiveness once in a while, boy. It'd make you much more attractive to the ladies.
First of all, Mum, I'm not interested in women.
Married to the job, eh?
That was going to be second, yes.
I'm afraid I can't help you then. Now, bugger off. There's a good lad.
It has come to my attention that you have the official certification of Master Nick's sanity. In order to exonerate his lordship, I shall require this paperwork at once.
I shall require a sensual back rub, but I don't see no Fabio here to deliver me one. Stop wasting my time, you less interesting lurch.
Just hurry up and get through this, Willikins. It's for the greater good. Just lie back and think of England. Good morning, beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, is it?
That and so much more. I scarcely have the words to fully quantify your loveliness, my dear.
Well, perhaps you'd have learned them if you hadn't gone to bloody Cambridge.
Indeed. So, my lovely, would it be too out of line to request a very small favour from the most stunningly gorgeous creature I've ever laid eyes on?
Oh, well, I suppose not. But you'll have to do something for me.
Name it and it's yours. Anything for you.
Oh, give us a little turn round.
I beg your pardon?
Just give us a good look at the whole package, if you gets my meaning. Nice and slow.
Very well.
Ooh, delightful! That one's going in the old WB, I can assure you.
WB, Mum?
The second word is bank. First word rhymes with that. Now let's see. I hid that paper some time ago for young Nick's own protection, and I wrote down where I hid it on this paper. Here you are, dear.
This appears to be in some sort of code.
Yes, that's right. I used a decoder ring I got from an American cartoon show I rather fancy. Unfortunately, I lost that ring, so you'll have to get another. But that shouldn't be too difficult for the likes of you.
I wouldn't have expected you to be a fan of American cartoon programs, miss.
What you don't know about me could fill a bloody town, boy. Now, bugger off. I'm done with you now, and I've important business to attend to here.
We had to pay that tiger 60 quid to lie down and pose for that. Oddly, the puppet's lips never moved, but Master Nick's did. Don't know why that dog's so unhappy. It makes more in a year than I do. This used to open, revealing a button that did nothing. Mercifully, it's since been sealed shut. There was once a descriptive audio service that accompanied this painting, filling the hall with a constant ear-piercing howling. Somehow it became disengaged. Who knows how these things happen? This was identical to the bust over there, but we left it on the dash of the car on a hot day. Master Nick modelled for this one by pressing his face against the screen door. This isn't a painting, it's a plant. It's a door. We don't have a special word for door here. It's the same as your American doors. Master Nick was briefly obsessed with the idea that red and white wines would pale in comparison to this, the world's first blue wine. Then, as is usually the case, he got bored and wandered off. A wretched wine of scum and possibly also grapes, though I can't be completely certain of this. Frankly, I don't know whether to be confused or excited by this one. An earthy wine with a distinct hint of farce. Not only will Master Nick not tell me what's in this bottle, he refuses to allow anyone to touch it, which is what this note is about. I dare speculate what's even in this bottle. I'm dead certain it isn't wine. It's made of apples. Well, mostly apples. Stuck away in storage when Master Nick couldn't work out how to type with them on. Technically, this is the sequel, Mannequin 2 on the Move. The original was, as is so often true, far superior. We used to store this on a top shelf, but it kept rolling down and hitting Master Nick on the head, concussing all manner of alternate personalities into him. This would be tree number 36, I believe. I finally convinced Master Nick that the Victorian practice of decorating with working candles was, to put it mildly, unsafe. Yes, we have Amazon here as well, only it's amazon.uk instead of .com. This is just one of the many differences between English and American cultures. See if you can spot some more. A gift from our neighbor who claims to be in the sanitation industry. These are for purely scientific purposes. They contain molasses, and they're only to be used in January. This rope is so rope, Master Nick calls it Mr. Roper. Those things don't go together. I'm sorry, I know you want them to, but they just don't. You can't see it from this angle, but they say Hamdingers on the side. Great. Master Nick believes this is my favorite toy, but it doesn't even squeak. Best to leave that where it is. It's a load-bearing muppet. Best to leave that where it is. It's a load-bearing muppet. I can't see much point in doing that. Strategically placed to drip directly on my face whilst I sleep, regardless of the angle. I got 20% off this mattress using a code I heard on a podcast. If my upper lip were any stiffer, my face wouldn't work. It's actually much itchier and pointier than it looks, and it already looks quite itchy and pointy. Ironically, that rodent is the cleanest thing in this room. I find it useful to keep something living down here to indicate if, or more correctly when, there's been a gas leak. Every time I straighten that, Master Nick comes down here to crooked it. It's the only time he ever comes down here. It's stuck on the channel that tells you what's on the other channels that aren't this one. Until someone can get out and fix the satellite aerial, I'm afraid this is our only option.
Well then, go ahead and bloody fix it already!
Daffodils, those are for heroism.
This has been struck by lightning 37 times, which is 3 less times than I have.
Rosemary? I can't recall what rosemary's for. Jonquils, they're for toll booths. Lime blossom, there's a randy fellow.
Hello, won't you join me please? I've some urgent business to discuss. Hello, miss. I wonder if you might consider doing me a favor and changing the shape of your mighty construct here.
Not unless those changes have been approved by Master Nick, sir. Now if you'll excuse me. Azaleas, that's for good luck in the coming fiscal year. Begonias, that's for if you can't find a good rhyme for a pagoda.
It's called the Hedge Maze of Doom for a reason. I dare not venture any further.
Marigolds, that's for gems, like the kind of fruit in.
I used to talk to myself whilst I worked, until Master Nick threatened to have my larynx removed.
Late evening failure.
Actually, he threatened to have my onyx removed, but one assumes that's what he actually meant.
Combination, that's for breakfast.
These controls won't do much of anything until the satellite dish is repaired. Now if only I could determine what's wrong with the thing. Who knew so much of this job would involve having to plug things in? The television is not, at present, on. No.
There! We've gathered the 5 components for the Professor's machine from the 5 corners of the globe. Now we can finally stop Baron Malevolent!
Meow!
What is it, Astrocat?
Meow!
Oh no! A deadly dick bat!
Hey kids, join the Sarcasters. You get all this cool stuff, including a nifty decoder ring. It's easy and it's fun.
Well, good. Now I can order myself a collectible keepsake from that children's cartoon. God, I hope none of my classmates from Cambridge can see what I've made of my life. It's a coat. Did you really expect a unique remark for each of these items? This is for when Master Nick drops a dope banger at the club. Ah yes, for those occasions when Master Nick feels like resembling a turtle. Or as we typically call it, Wednesday. My God, this man has the head of a coat hanger. Ah yes, the famous deerstalker hat, as made famous, of course, by the great American author, Mark Twain. Is there anything more quintessentially British? Only if you eat beans directly out of this hat. Which, of course, Master Nick has done. From Master Nick's Great White Hunter phase, until he realized he was only one of those 3 things. Bow ties have never been cool. patriotism in its purest form, a necktie. These clothes have been freshly laundered, but now they're affixed to the floor with sock glue.
Welcome to Sarkasteers Central, home of Dottie Patrol and our exciting one-of-a-kind decoder ring.
Didn't I speak with you earlier today?
Not unless you dialed 999. Wait, is that Willikins? Hello again, this is Beryl.
Are you the only telephone operator in England?
Cool, it feels that way sometimes, doesn't it?
Rather. Now then, I'd like to order...
A decoder ring? I guessed it was that, since that's the only thing we sell here. According to our records, we already sent one of those to a Petunia of Nick Hall some time ago. Were you looking for a free replacement to be sent to the same address?
Yes, that would work nicely, thank you.
Righto. We'll get that in the post via the fastest means we have available.
No need. I'm certain it'll be in our post box by the time I make it all the way out there. Master Nick insisted that we spare the postman the strain of having to walk all the way up to the hall. Clearly this isn't a concern when it comes to the likes of me, however. Anyway, thanks. Goodbye.
Chrysanthemums. That's for someone else to pronounce, blimey.
Ah, this would appear to be the all-important decoder ring, upon which my entire day now hinges, for some inexplicable reason.
Forget-me-nots. Those are for... Oh, Rosemary's for remembrance.
The note says that Master Nick's sanity certificate is in the library portion of his drawing room, inside the book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Very Big Fish.
Tulips after tiptoeing, obviously. Violets after dinner parties, and they're not blue, they're bloody violet.
Ah, finally, official documentation of Master Nick's sanity.